Nothing like a Baldy's breakdown to tell you that 49ers football is back. As we know, the NFL preseason game against the Broncos has concluded, and Baldy breaks down the return of Robert Saleh and what he's bringing to the San Francisco 49ers defense. If you followed my training camp coverage, I alluded to some of these things. I couldn't say much about it, but now that the film is out, we're going to talk about it. So take a look at Baldy breaking down what Robert Saleh is bringing to the table for the San Francisco 49ers defense in 2025.
Well, if we saw one thing from Robert Saleh's defense in San Francisco, they weren't going to just sit back and play vanilla defense. Chase Lucas comes free right here off the edge. All right, Bo Nix in the end zone, throws that ball away. He's between the tackle box. It leads to a safety. Defense scores some points. But you saw it throughout the game. Edge pressure right here. They weren't, now, you better cover the back here, R.J. Harvey. He might go a long way. But they were going to be aggressive. They were going to mud the line of scrimmage. They might back out. They might come. All right? They're going to give you a lot of different looks. When you watch this right here, the same play, like a twister inside, right? C.J. West right here. Kalia Davis comes free. Like, you got to sack the quarterback right here. I know it's Bo Nix, but you can't let him slide away. All right, but still, it leads to an incompletion. They were not going to just sit back and play coverage. All right, here's a long limbo right here. All right, Tatum Bethune coming. All right, they were going to get to the quarterback. And I think that's something you're going to see throughout the year. They are not going to just rush for, play various coverages behind it. They are going to mix it up a lot. And I think this preseason game showed that.
So again, one of the things that Baldy is highlighting are the exotics, are the non-vanilla looks by Robert Saleh. If you have been a fan of the San Francisco 49ers over the past 2 years with defensive coordinators Nick Sorensen and Steve Wilks, all you know was vanilla ice cream, just straight up, you know, with the sprinkle on top of unauthorized zero blitzes from Steve Wilks. But it has been an atrocious look from the 49ers defense over the last 2 years. So it has been phenomenal to see this development. And again, these were the things that I was noticing in camp. I can't speak to scheme when I'm doing my breakdowns, but now that the film is out, you can see with your own eyes. It's there for everyone to see. And even with this film breakdown, we're still scratching the surface. There are things that Robert Saleh was doing in practice that we haven't seen in the game yet. So I'm excited for those things to come out. But again, one of the biggest things that I'm really, really excited about are the stunts up front, the overload blitzes, all those different things, everything that was happening to the San Francisco 49ers offense last year and that they really struggled with. It's really good to see Robert Saleh implementing those for the 49ers defense, because I'll be honest, I was a little concerned. That was my one concern with the hiring of Robert Saleh, is because I remember breaking down the film against Robert Saleh's defense and defensive line week 1 last year. It was very vanilla as well. And so, you know, I wasn't really expecting a ton of fireworks, but that's exactly what Robert Saleh is doing right now. They are cooking up all different kinds of exotics. Again, you saw plays where every player was at the line of scrimmage. That was one of the plays that I was really, really excited about in training camp practice, to see. You basically had 4 defenders that were either head up or stacked outside, right on the line of scrimmage, outside the tackle. And I've never seen that look before. So there's still looks that Saleh obviously hasn't put out there in a preseason game just yet, but there is a lot to be excited about. You'll see more. I think Jason Pinnock is going to be a very integral part of this defense. What I've come to pick up is they're going to use Jason Pinnock like Derwin James, where he is a freelancer. He is everywhere, blitzing from everywhere. And as a result of that, that puts guys like Marquise Siegel as a starter. And that is one of the things that we saw in training camp. So it was already out there to see. And then when you see Marquise Siegel come out, have a phenomenal game against the Denver Broncos, it makes sense. Siegel's been getting run with the ones, and it's honestly been one of the more surprising things. Now, granted, that has probably happened with Malik Mustafa and Jair Brown being injured, but he's taken advantage of his opportunities, and he has the opportunity to play some serious snaps for the San Francisco 49ers this season. So overall, as you can see from Baldy and what Baldy's breaking down and what I've seen in practice that I couldn't share with you, you can kind of see it coming together. You can see some of the pieces really starting to be utilized like chess pieces. And I think that's one of the more exciting things about this upcoming season is a fresh feel on the defense with Robert Saleh calling the shots, and what appears to be Robert Saleh really dialing up a ton of exotic looks. And I would say, kind of implementing a similar, I wouldn't say system, but similar looks that you would see from Spags, that you would see from the Vikings head coach. I'm blanking on his name right now. The great defensive coach who gave the 49ers fits in week 2. This new look defense under Robert Saleh looks like they could absolutely wreak havoc on opposing offenses, and I think that's something that I've been waiting to see for a while. And so I'm excited, man. I really, really am. I think, if the 49ers can stay healthy on the defense, that will obviously be a huge linchpin for the San Francisco 49ers success this season. But you couple the health of these players, hopefully guys like Yetur Gross-Matos get back. Obviously, you're already down Kevin Gibbons. Jordan Elliott needs to stay healthy. He's been in and out all of training camp. Obviously, you got the rookies out there who are going to be contributing. Kalia Davis, who's also been a guy who's been injured as well. If all these guys can stay healthy and you get contributions from Bryce Huff and Mykel Williams across from Nick Bosa, these guys have a chance to do some serious damage. They really, really do, because not only do they have some really key pieces here, but they also have a defensive coordinator who knows how to call the shots. And you got Fred Warner. D. Winters is definitely taking a step. Diamador Lenore, you get Renardo Green healthy. Upton Stout gets healthy. The 49ers have a chance. They have a chance to do something with this defense. So I'm really excited about it, but let me know what you think about with Baldy's breakdown. Let me know in the comments below, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.